What I was most excited about, the next greatest milestone for Tesla.
Ark Invest Dasha Kini was just on TV to share her thoughts about what she was the most excited about after the Tesla shareholder meeting, as well as her latest thoughts about Tesla stock. Let's take a look.
I think generally it's not a bad idea to at least try advertising, right? I mean, from our research, we know that on both a sticker price basis now and a total cost of ownership basis, EVs are better cars, right? They're cheaper, they're more performant. If you're not buying an electric vehicle, the question is why? Maybe, that information just hasn't reached you yet. Maybe an ad will. So I don't think it's a bad idea there.
Did you know that owning a Model 3 rear-wheel drive for 5 years and 60,000 miles will cost you almost the same amount of money as owning a Toyota Corolla? Not a Camry, a Corolla. Would you rather own this or this? To be fair, they did make the new Corolla look a little bit better, but still, I mean, it's not a Tesla. And this Toyota is about as fast as, well, a Toyota. 9.4 seconds to 60 miles an hour. That's a bit slow. Nowhere even close to a Tesla.
I'd say what I was most excited about from last night was all the talk around autonomy. Elon said he thinks this will be the greatest asset unlock in human history. And I'd agree. We've modeled that autonomous driving could add an additional $26 trillion to GDP in the next 10 years. It's going to totally change Tesla's business model, and we're excited for it.
A true revolution. A revolution like you have never seen before.
Look at that. That one is perfect. Wow. I think I have dialed it in. And look at that, all one peel.
Tesla just needs to dial it in.
I want to get into your 5-year forecast, but let's react to the other announcements, which is JB Straubel being added to the board. And also, the comments from Elon Musk about his focus on Tesla remaining as CEO, particularly to get the company through its next focus on artificial intelligence. What did you make of that, Tasha?
Yeah, I think JB Straubel is a great addition to the board, right? Right now he's working with his own company on battery cycling. We know that's crucial to scale the battery industry as a whole. They're seeing great efficiency, I think over 90% in recycling. We've always thought that it's important for Elon to stay on as CEO as they reach full autonomy again, because we think that this is the next greatest milestone for Tesla and arguably any automaker out there. This is what they really should be going for. So we think that autonomous driving or autonomous ride hail, which is how we expect it to play out, will constitute roughly 2/3 of Tesla's enterprise value in the next 5 years. So this is huge. Tesla has an enormous data advantage, and you shouldn't miss it.
Other competitors trying to solve full self-driving? Here's what it looks like. I know many of them are gonna try, but this is what's gonna happen. Not only is the hill too steep for all of these automakers, they're just gonna get themselves dirty in the process. The Chinese juggernaut Alibaba gave up on full self-driving. It will lay off about 70% of its full self-driving staff, while others will be transferred to the e-commerce giant's logistics arm. And here's another company covered in dirt, as well as one more. It's like there's a pattern here or something.
Investors or shareholders rejected a proposal for Tesla to publish a key person risk report. And Tesla's argument was, well, if we put all of our talent in the shop window, our competitors will try and take them.
It is actually much more sophisticated than that. Watch this.
And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber.
Imagine being Zach, the CFO of Tesla, or Andrew Baglino, or Tom Zhu, or one of the top executives who has a chance at becoming the CEO of Tesla. Maybe not a large chance in, let's say, Zach's case. But there's a chance, maybe 1% chance, maybe a little bit higher depending on his performance as well. But these people work overtime, weekends, holidays, away from their family. They gave their all. And let's say someone outside of Tesla gets chosen as the next successor, or even if it's someone within Tesla. For example, let's say it's Andrew, then how do you think Zach is gonna feel? Oh, didn't I work just as hard? Or if it's Zach, wouldn't Andrew think, oh, didn't I work just as hard? Why him? Why not me? How would you feel if you thought that maybe there is a chance that one day you would become the CEO, but now it's guaranteed not happening anymore. Although it may be inappropriate, your instinct might tell you to grab a cucumber and throw it back at Elon or Tesla. Currently, we are giving cucumbers to everyone and not grapes yet. We can only give grapes to one person, and that is going to be the next CEO of Tesla. But the promise of grapes right now is keeping a lot of these executives going and much more motivated.
Do you still have a key man risk concern around Elon Musk? I guess, you know, a new CEO at Twitter goes some way to allaying those concerns.
You know, I think there's a lot of focus on this question. What I broadly say is I'd be a lot more concerned if he said he was stepping away from Tesla, right? Again, I think he's crucial to cross that autonomy finish line. You know, autonomous driving lowers the cost per mile of ride-hail significantly, invites a lot of people that are not currently in the ride-hail market into it. You know, it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry over the next 5 years. So, you know, and on Elon's time, you know, we've heard this question come up so many times over the past 5 years. I mean, Tesla, SpaceX, you know, he was one of the founders of OpenAI. He's clearly demonstrated that he can juggle a lot of tasks, and ultimately we're just focused on his execution, right? And I think given that Tesla has the best, you know, cost relative to performance of any electric vehicle maker out there, you know, he's already proved sort of that he can juggle multiple things and succeed at it.
It often looks that Elon Musk is failing, but really he's not. To many, Twitter seemed to be a disaster at first, but now Twitter is basically almost close to breaking even. And I completely agree with Tasha here. We need Elon to get us to full self-driving. Tesla would probably get there without Elon eventually, but I think it would take more time.
There was a demonstration of progress, apparent progress in Optimus, the humanoid bot. When you saw that, did it give you any feeling that they are making progress in the field of AI, in that use case at least?
Yes, I think Optimus is really interesting. So it's definitely out of our 5-year forecasting window. You know, our price target for Tesla is that our expected value is roughly $2,000 per share in 2027. That actually doesn't include Optimus, because I think that, you know, by the time it's a meaningful contributor, again, it could be further into the future. But I think the important thing to look at here is, you know, why Tesla? Why a humanoid robot? Well, given that they have this massive data advantage from autonomous driving, you know, they have millions of cars on the road. They're collecting over 1 million. They have over 1 million miles driven in FSD daily, which they can then pull data from. You know, that's an order of magnitude more than competitors. So I think this sets them up well to basically create robots that move through the physical world. And the autonomous car will be the first version of that. But they can, you know, port that knowledge over into other robots. And I think the Optimus robot is a good example. You know, we talk a lot at Ark about backwards integration. I think the fact that this is a humanoid robot and it can move through spaces that were already built for humans is big. And I think this, you know, in the future, yeah, could be a major productivity enhancer. Like all AI, you know, we'll see, you know, non-market labor activity turn into market labor activity. And I think the productivity of the individual worker will ultimately increase because of this. So we're excited about it.
Once again, Elon seemingly is about to do something that appears to be impossible, but the physics would say, nope, actually, it's very doable. With the Optimus, there is an argument to be made that there's a possibility we may get some serious use out of the Optimus robot first before full self-driving maybe will even be finished. Here's that argument, and I'm not saying that this is my position, I'm just saying there is a possibility. Because think about this, for full self-driving to really work and for us to have robotaxis out there, it has to work every single time and it can fail. The failure rate has to be incredibly rare, otherwise it's a no-go. But with a robot, if let's say it's doing some sort of manufacturing task and it picks up something and by accident it drops it, no big deal. But if a vehicle bumps into someone, yeah, someone may die. I'm not saying that the robots will make more money for Tesla first before full self-driving does, but I wouldn't say it's a 0% possibility.
So your 2027 call is $2,000 per share, which I'll give you an opportunity to explain. But the question is, did anything in that presentation or in the interview with CNBC afterwards move the needle for you guys? Change the course of where you see this company going?
Yeah, I think, again, since we're so focused on the long-term horizon, that 5-year view, you know, I would stick to that $2,000 per share estimate that we put out. And, you know, I think, again, what I'm more looking forward to is everyone else realizing the opportunity in autonomous driving, because I actually think that Tesla does not get enough questions about this opportunity, given how monumental it will be. So I was glad that we heard Elon talk about that last night, again, because I think that most don't truly understand how big of a productivity unlock and a cash flow unlock it will be, because we think autonomous ride hail could have software-like margins. And we heard affirmation of that last night. So again, it's a recurring revenue stream, software-like margins. So, you know, it's up to, let's say, roughly $10,000 in cash flow per car per year. I mean, that's unheard of. And no other traditional automaker is, you know, close to the data advantage that Tesla has, at least. So they're in a major pole position there.
No one was actually hurt in this video here, but all of the legacy automakers will eventually realize they need to make EVs, they will try, and then they will hit themselves with crazy high losses like Lucid, which sells cars on average at $106,000, but they lose $550,000. Ford is somewhat similar, although Ford is not looking as bad as Lucid. But Ford's margins are about minus 100% right now. Because the most important thing to creating useful AI is having the most amount of data, and Tesla has by far the most amount of data. All of these automakers that are trying to fight Tesla and solve FSD should really just take this advice.
In a self-defense situation, if you are a big monster human and you want to fight me and you square off with me, guess what I'm going to do? Run away.
And we know these automakers are no Navy SEALs. In this video, I share my thoughts about Tesla starting to advertise. My name is Matt. Please just like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't get yourself dirty.